Hey y'all, welcome back to Chasing Dreams Homestead. Isn't that view beautiful? I think it's amazing. I'm fortunate and blessed to have that view. I wish the field was mine, but the view is mine, so I can't complain, right? Hey, listen up. So I did a little short on time-saving tips, and in case you missed that short, I'll just go over it real quick with you, and then I'll give you another tip. Now, the first tip I shared was whenever you got a job that you got to go to, and you know you're going to use a tool at this job, pack multiples of that tool, because inevitably tools break or they get misplaced. Things happen. The example I gave is right now I'm cutting firewood about 1.5 miles from the home. I've got a bad but awesome Echo Timberwolf 590, and that dude is tuned, and when it runs like a beast, y'all. I mean, it slings wood, shards everywhere. It's awesome. But ever since they tuned it, it floods super duper easy. So, if I were out cutting wood, and that's the only saw I took with me, and that dude flooded out, now I got to pull the plug, got to dry everything out, try to get the fire back up. Who's got time for all that? Or, heaven forbid, the bar gets bent, chain breaks, etc. Things happen. If you're just splitting wood with a splitting maul. I've had 3 last year. The daggum head broke off the handle. They don't make stuff like they used to. It's a sad reality, but it is what it is. Things just aren't made to last. So what do? I carry 3 chainsaws with me when I go cut wood. If I was going to go do something and I knew I needed a skill saw, I'd pack 2. Because trust me, things happen. It's just a wise thing to get into. Whenever you're working on something, make sure you plan ahead, because those who fail to plan to fail. And so I'm going to bring multiples of any tool that I know I'm going to need on the job, because I understand through my life that things happen. That's time-saving tip number 1. Time-saving tip number 2 for you is a real easy one, but a lot of people overlook it. If you know you got a project going on at the homestead, at the house, wherever, and you got to go to the hardware store to get your materials, get everything on your list that you think you're going to need, and then some. If you even slightly think you're going to need it, go ahead and get it. I promise you will thank yourself later. Because listen, y'all, I live 45 minutes from Lowe's, and I'll tell you right now, last year I had to do some plumbing under the house, and while I was under the house, I was like, all right, I know what I need. I need to go get this fitting. I'm going to go get this fitting, and I'll be back. Went all the way to Lowe's, 45 minutes away. I got the fitting, and I came home, got under the house, started cutting pipe, went to install it, and guess what? I got the right fitting, the right size fitting, but it was the wrong schedule PVC. That can happen. Things can happen. So while I was at Lowe's, I was looking at the 2 fittings, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they built everything else cheap. They used the cheap pipe for this too, so I'm just going to get this schedule 40 PVC or whatever the fitting was at the time. I got the cheaper of the 2. I should have got both, and I would have been great, because guess what? As long as you keep it in good working order, as long as you don't damage it and you have your receipt, hardware stores are used to people returning things. Contractors do it all the time, because contractors know, hey, I don't have time to stop in the middle of a job and drive all the way the heck back to the hardware store and come back and forth and all that. They don't do that. So, for instance, if you're going to build something and you know you need 20 boards for your deck or whatever you're going to frame out, go ahead and get 10% or 20% more, because things happen. You might mess around and accidentally cut one short. You might have measured once and didn't measure twice, so now you done cut one short. You got distracted, you messed up, things happen. Or you get a warp board and you didn't realize it until you got there. There's so many variables. So just get extra. You're laying flooring in your house. Always get extra flooring. Always. And guess what? If you don't use it, you can take it back if you want the money. But here's what I would personally do. If I don't use the extra flooring I bought, I will save it. Because at some point in time, you might need to replace a piece of flooring. And guess what? They love to discontinue flooring every 3 to 5 years. So guess what? If you don't have a few extra pieces to replace damaged pieces, you're SOL, and they're going to pretty much have you on the hook to buy a whole new flooring or just live with a broken piece of flooring in your house. The choice is yours. Guys and girls, I'm going to make a couple videos like this over the next couple weeks, couple months, whatnot, just to share things that I've learned in my life that have saved me a lot of frustration and saved me a lot of time. Like I said, that the incidents with the plumbing, I tied up almost 2.5 hours going back and forth for a piece that I should have just bought the first time. And that's what it's all about, is me trying to help y'all not deal with the same frustrations that I've dealt with and save some time. As always, guys and girls, till next time, Keep dreaming.